Hello everyone, I'm Rob Smith, the Smiths on the Black here at CB Group, and we're not going to waste too much time today. As you've seen, we're going to be on story stocks. So for the rest of the month, coming through Labor Day, JJ is going to be filling in for me on Mondays. So the Power Hour and Strat Attack are both going to be on Tuesdays through Labor Day as we celebrate the dog days of summer. A lot of exhaustion risk, sticking on story stocks during the day with just very few themes going on outside of the grind. So let's take a look at the SPY, just grinding into the highs. Still going 2 on the month and just walking up every day. It's been a rough one during the day because you can see here on the 60, we open and then we stick almost all in the opening range for the rest of the day. It's here. So the SPY trading has just been a nightmare. So, but still 2 in its way up. So new highs it is, and QQQ here. Trying to come up on that 60, but you can see here daily. Here, 2-2 on the day, so you got a little bit more room to take this out, but still a real slow grind. We could use more triangle out like that last time I was out of town, but we'll see. Apple still inside quarter to the upside, but as you can see, grinding in here, you had your outside, inside 312, and then just kind of sitting here near the highs like a lot of things, exhaustion risk. So if you go to TLT bonds, and the bonds had a nice little day there coming back through previous range on the daily and monthly. Still inside doing nothing. So there's that. Small cappers, we really doing nothing. Like I said at the beginning of the month, most likely an inside month. You're nowhere near taking either side of that out. VXX still bleeding out the way VXX does. And VXX really hates the slow grinder up. There's no reason to, there hasn't been any reason to buy any put protection. So, you know, when the things are doing nothing or grinding higher. So, so far, VXX still melting off. We'll see. If we go to Dow Jones Diamonds, more exhaustion risk grinding into the highs. And so Disney might fill that gap. It's close to a 2-2 to start off the week. Keep an eye on that. Honeywell, inside day, not doing much, but potentially the 2 up, the 2 down, and then bang, back into the highs if they can take out last week's highs. Cat Tractor had that inside week to the upside. Still watching this level here as it backs off a little bit. Here, the 2 down, 2 up month are over 219.79. It backs off below that. If you go to John Deere still inside month and up. You can watch that with the cat, of course. If we go to trannies, doing nothing. Trannies inside month still. If there's anything over there, you've got JB Hunt, Trucker, here inside month to the upside, and also Rider Systems trying to go 2-2 on the month over there. So some truckers we'll see. XLU not bad here, trying to get out of all this stuff finally here and see. So there's been a bit of a defensive posture here, even though the market keeps grinding higher. XLU and XLP here, so you can watch your Cokes, your Pepsis, and all that kind of fun stuff. If there's any theme going on, it was the FAS, and we knew about that. Financials here do their job. The 3, 2, 2 and into the highs, now exhaustion risk with XLF. But the good part about this is that there's a lot of the components that are not doing that yet. JP Morgan still has a lot of room to go back to the highs. Citicorp still has a lot of room to go back to the highs. Wells Fargo is still inside month to the up, nowhere near the highs. And Bank of America getting there, trying to take out that month. So you got those big banks that still have some room up there. You could also watch MetLife here on the 2-2 month coming up. So financials, if anything. And in the financials going the other way, you got your Visa taking out last month's lows, and now an inside day here, and you watch that with MA, and MA, Red Strat Monther, inside 2-2. So those guys are trying to go the other way. If we go to XLE, nothing to see here, folks. Look at that month. Nothing. If we go to XRT not doing much on the month, so we go to Costco here, just exhaustion risk going into the highs. Target, just doing nothing, and Walmart finally picking up a little steam here. So the Walmart's, if any of the big boys, but you can see here these last 2 days, just kind of stalling out here doing nothing. If you go to Phillips Van Heusen had a nice little Momo Hammer daily, and what that does, cheers this in the month. Here, 2 down, 2 up, and Phillips Van Heusen been higher, so you can keep an eye on that for the month. If you go to IBB, just goes into exhaustion risk and backs off. And now 2-day inside pattern, a lot of that kind of stuff. So if you go to Amgen here, you got that shooter counters hammer day, and if that kicks into the downside, Still have that shooter counter-hammer month to the downside. Amgen. Then you got a few having some real problems here. ACAD going to the lows of the month. You have Jazz Farm still struggling here. You've got ARNA still struggling here on the inside month and down. So some of those guys having some problems. Moderna gets hit. So Moderna, we'll see if that gets hit worse. If you can take out the week down into here, and that would be interesting here. The 2 up, 2 down. If they want to pound it, because the other guys, Johnny John going to the highs and Pfizer going to the highs as well. If we go to BNTX, you want to keep an eye on this thing with the Moderna. It's a good chance of an inside week, but this thing moves around a lot, and that's what we like, inside day. If you go to McKesson on the Z week, potentially here, the 322, if you can take this out above 200.80. If we go to financial or the tech, you got Facebook. Let's go to XLK first. XLK grinding towards the highs, and that's going to be your Microsoft and your Apple, right? And you got SMH. Here it comes in a little bit on the week, so took a 2 week to the downside. So we'll see if there's any more to it. A lot of follow-through has been tough in this environment. So if we go to Facebook, stuck inside here, Doji week, doing nothing inside month. Amazon getting closer here on that month. Here, right there, the 2 up, 2 down. If we can come back through this range, that would be really nice. So just kind of meandering lower off the daily gap here. Now an inside day. And if you go to Netflix, doing nothing. Netflix this month here, doing nothing. So is what it is. And Google here, a little better. It's trying to grind into the highs with everything else, but not a lot of good ranges for it. As you can see, still pretty choppy. If you go to NVIDIA, and NVIDIA still inside month here, but you also have inside weeks. You can look for the break of the inside week for NVIDIA. If we go to AMD, also an inside week. If we go to AMAT, if we can get these semis to weaken, AMAT had the 2-2 week to the downside, setting up the potential outside month, as we knew LRCX last week did too. It's almost there, and that was a real nice one on the 2-2 reversal there. So we'll see if there's anything more comes of that. APPN is still month and downer here. And if you go to just a couple more, if we go to Archer Daniels Midland, and you can see this outside month, 2 down, 3-2-2 month in the foods, and Tesla's. And Tesla's just stuck, still taking out these 3-month highs, but as you can see, this range has been real tight. This stuff here, so you want to be careful on that. Potential 3-2-2 back down to start off the week on the daily, but as you can see, a lot of things either exhaustion risk or doing nothing. We'll be sticking on the stories and the gappers pretty much, and seeing if these financials can finish the job. All right, it's gonna do it for today. I'm Rob Switz, Mr. the Black.